Hi, everyone. Our subject today is about Islam, but it is the perfected Islam, the Islam that God wanted us to follow. Allah said in verse 3, Surah 5, "Today I have perfected for you your religion and have completed my favor upon you, and am well pleased with Islam as your religion." Perfected here means the best that can be and with no defect. Talking about religion, God's religion, which is Islam. As for completed my favor upon you, that is, gave you what you need to carry on, to be in charge, to be responsible, trustworthy of the mission of man on earth, that is to preserve its aspects, to use its richness, to make it a place to live honorably, provide and develop the needs required to all humanity. As for pleased with Islam as your religion, I'm explaining the verse actually. It means that you have all the informations and the instruction to succeed. That is exactly it. So we have the tools, we have the information, we have the details, and now it's up to us as human being, as mankind all together, to carry on and complete the mission. Now, Islam started actually with Noah, as in verses 71 and 72 from Surah 10. It says, "And recite to them," God is talking to Muhammad, "recite to them, your people and everybody, the news of Nuh." Nuh in Arabic is the name for Noah. When he said to his people, "My reward is only from Allah, and I have been commanded to be of the Muslims." It's a clear verse, actually, and proclaimed by all the messengers. The same thing was proclaimed by all the messengers. It was completed with the final message of Muhammad, reducing the hardship. Every message comes and reduces the message that preceded it. So the message of Muhammad, reducing the hardship, where no difference between a male and a female. It became like this: no difference between male and female, no slavery, no discrimination, accepting the Hanifism. Hanifism, it is the natural inclination towards righteousness, which means, like, automatically, naturally, we would opt to do good. And which this is like a natural inclination for approved by all mankind. I mean, we're inclined naturally to the righteousness. All mankind as evaluation, in the course of time, we all become like this, unless evil is right there. This is confirmed in the book of God and nowhere else, yet the book is neglected, almost replaced by books of literature. We made them our culture, which means we ignored the book of God, where this kind of information and instruction is there to follow, and then we 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 just invented another culture and so on. Um, so we used to decorate culture inspired sermons in our mosques and used to decorate our library with the book of God, but we follow the culture inspired by sermons in the mosques. And we believe that this book, which is the Revelation, the book of God, it's a special book for elite, and it's difficult to understand, so we neglect it. We only decorate our library with. So we rely on stupid old explanations by less talented and knowledgeable men who messed up everything and pretended the prophet said and did things while he truly did not, and invented what's known as sacred hadith, claiming that Allah said those hadith when Allah actually did not. Because there is why I mean when you can't believe things that correspond to reality, then automatically you say it is false, it's fake, it's not true, because all these hadiths are full of contradictions and errors, and pretended the five pillars are everything and anything else is blasphemy. And only Muslims will go to paradise. This is their belief of those people who invented those hadith and the culture. They believe that only Muslims will go to paradise no matter what, and Allah will forgive him, and good people of other religions, their efforts will be wasted and in vain, and the privilege of merit will not be applied, and more of this nonsense as well. In those hadiths, you find nothing but nonsense because they tailored the religion to their political needs and interests, not caring about ordinary people. So they invented a new religion, not the religion of God, not the one that God perfected in the Quran. So if now a Muslim does not care, how is he regarded by us, especially if his view may not be much different? But we are concerned before God and before ourselves to carry our message and present it properly to the world, and most importantly to our children, as it came and revealed rather than as it distorted and turned to be a local Middle Eastern rather than global religion. And if he, the Muslim, does not hesitate to kill any violator in certain circumstances, what if? And this is what happened actually. And we're concerned to implant in our communities the principles of Islam as the religion for mankind, for everyone who believes in Allah, no matter which other way he or she takes, be it different from those who preceded us or from us altogether. And God alone will be the judge in the day of resurrection, as in the verse 17 of Surah 22, which says, "Verily, those who believe and those who are Jews and the Sabians and the Christians and the pagans and those who worship others beside Allah, truly Allah will judge between them on the day of resurrection. Even those who do not believe in anything." So Interrelation between people is judged by moral values, moral commandment, countered only by the exceptions. Religion is a personal, private relationship with God, an individual affair that needs no cleric or mediator. And no one can be forced to believe, as verse 99, Surah 10 says, addressing Muhammad, and had your Lord willed, God is talking to Muhammad, addressing Muhammad, and had your Lord willed, those on earth would have believed, all of them together. So will you then compel mankind until they become believers? See? And read how God wanted us to care for parents, relatives, orphans, poor, and neighbors in verse 36 of Surah 4. It says, and do good to parents, kinsfolk, orphans, the poor, the close neighbor, the strange neighbor, the wayfarer, etc. This is Islam. Goodness, tolerance, freedom, equality, and all the good stuff, but only for those who read well and understand well the verses of the Quran, not to follow the rotten culture and hadith fabricated and invented for, as we often said, political reasons, political interest, and so on. So equality amongst people and do good to one another without indicating their color, rituals, or religion. Just respect. In sum, finally, Islam deserves to be saved from the prejudice it has been inflicted upon and made it actually, and we have to make it Islam, to make Islam a message for humanity in its plural structure. We're all from Adam. Let's be good and do good collectively and stand firm against shaking winds of fatwa, jihad dawah, or religious war to live in peace. Thank you.